benefiting them separately. So for us, we're going to now focus more on music, but also now we're going to go deeper into music sampling, like the song that just came off the screen, Ora Fefe Busi. What is music sampling? Chino Jenkins Chagambo Kwoza Okwoza Chidala.
Kwoza Chidala. So sampling is getting a substantial or significant portion.
Yes, Shadrach said so.
Portion in samu.
Ngatobye nnyo.
In samu. Joe kwataka chovola banoluvudeko obadde olira tin koka. Then Ravero Tatanimba olira muka I was waiting for nakoma. Then ofunamu there's a certain portion nojikwata from the original nojisomo.
The Nigerians do that a lot.
A lot. Banner Boy with Tony Braxton's song.
Yeah.
So you discover it can either be lyrics, echigambo, nedda.
Or you're sampling.
You're sampling.
Nedda. That was sampling.
That was sampling. So that was a lyrics.
Kati omanyi kati olese ebintu ebipya ogambye bonna babeera babbye. Ne degree okubba omu abayozezza copy and paste another person aba pickinzemu element. Ne bonna abeera babbye.
Ekyokubbo nagenda kyogerako.
Okay.
Naye there are divisions in execution. Chichawukana mu execution. Nti okwozaamu Jenkins kwagamba. Gwokuta oluyimba lwonna n'oludda. Copy and paste.
Okay.
Naye oli azannye mu creativity ye n'ateekamu ka nedda.
Najjamu ako kokka.
Najjamu ako. Then oli najjamu I was waiting for omwana tannimba. Vairota. Then ono ye ajjemu so it can be a substantial amount of lyrics or they can be beats.
Let's hold it there.
Yeah.
Cancel. Abye kingi nabye kitono. Musango gwe gumu.
The answer to you is yes, but let me just take you a little back.
Okay.
When you say sampling, there's actually types of sampling. I want us to first be clear from the get-go.
Okay.
There's what they call interpolation. I think, let me just avoid the big words. Interpolation is where, say, you'll use the example of Ragadi and Likiwa.
Yes.
The big word. Someone went to studio, re-recorded the song, but in the same format as the original author.
Yes.
That's interpolation. Then there's this other one where, say, you go and get the original recording, cut out, put it in your song.
Yes.
That's also different. But they are all types of sampling. I think we are clear on that for starters.
Yeah, that's clear.
Like cut out and put it in your song.
Exactly.
What about me just singing it? Now that's the cutting out and you put it in.
No, you singing it again is interpolation. Then cutting it out is also another type of sampling.
Okay.
Yeah. Now when you say bigger offense, there's an offense.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Interpolation is the bigger
one. Kuyambako nti obeera obomanya
degree
we were at a bit of interpolation and this other sampling. The bigger one is interpolation, where you're going to go to studio, get someone's song, re-record it in your own voice, but same lyrics, beats and everything.
Yes.
The offense there is a bit like big, because first of all, you're leaving the author's mind, you're doing whatever you want with his art.
Yeah.
This other one of cutting out, I would say it's a bit not as fatal as the other one.
Okay.
Now, does that address the bit of bigger offense, lesser offense? They're all offenses, but one is bigger, one is less.
Smaller.
But they all attract penalties.
Okay. Let's just understand processes for me to be able, one, to sample, over to kuddamu somebody's song from A to Z. And then oli omuyimbi ategeere if I miss this, that's bino bye tuwulira gundi, Nikki, Olimba Ragadi, Shiba, Avapiece, and all that stuff. What are the clear processes? Eteka to mind never kubao, but I think there's already an existing law that guides, some of these. What is somebody supposed to do to register and have their works protected?
Yeah, thank you, Douglas. That's a nice one. For starters, there is what they call sample clearance.
Sample clearance?
Yes. If you go and read the Spotify, all those streaming sites policies, that thing is somewhere there. And there are steps listed down that you have to go through to sample someone's work in whatever, whether interpolation or this other one. And for your information, the viewers, and for all of us here, sampling goes way back up to the 1970s. It's not something new.
Yeah.
And it's legally permissible if you do it within the confines of the law. Say Douglas, you wrote a song in 1980. I want to redo the same song, or maybe use bits of it in my own song. I'm supposed to reach out to you. Have an agreement. If you want, say, compensation for me using your song, let's agree upon that and like have something signed. That's the least we can do. Even with the other streaming sites I mentioned, once they detect any similarities, like there are very visible similarities in some songs, they're going to first, they won't upload it. They'll ask for that clearance.
Is this applying to all the songs or some songs? Because I'll give you an example. Shadrach, Olimbara Shakadema Sampliers, Murder She Wrote. That beat has been, I don't know, redone by I don't know how many artists. So do they all go back to Shakadema Sampliers?
So Jamaica has a thing with rhythms. There's a difference with rhythms. That's why we have a lot of rhythms. Now, the owner of the rhythm is the owner of the song. So you just perform on that rhythm. Was it Yukiras was the rhythm? I think 2017.
So for them, when they are creating the music, they are creating it for everybody.
So Osanganga, the original composer of the rhythm, see a producer wa Denik, see a producer wa Chris Martin, see a producer wa Conscience. They are different producers. However,
but the same rhythm.
For the same rhythm.
So that's a unique case.
That's, yes, a unique case. And Jamaica is different. Even when, like he talked about digital stores, we handle the Caribbean differently. We handle the Caribbean. Chobola chichinche chogeddeko echa enyimba zaffe zebozezaamu mu Caribbean. Caribbean, their copyright framework is different because of the rhythm situation. Because of the rhythm situation.
It takes me back to enyimba Judge Jaragadizi Yakola sometime back, way back. but now that also informs the culture of music here, because it's been heavily influenced by dancehall music. And so we copy a lot of things, including the samplings and all that stuff. So for us to go now into the modern copyright protection and all that stuff, I think obviously we will not so cancel.
Yeah, true.
Because initially, tulaba abajamaica bakola batya osobola okuddamu Murder She Wrote nga tokubidde Kyakadema ssimu. Then olowooza ogenda kikola ne kulaba Nigeria, kulaba Zungu, and then ne kuzaaba nabali within the community.
But then also copyright has an aspect of economics involved. That for instance, ojja kuddamu oluyimba ku rhythm ya Kyakadimas, but you will not make any money on digital because the content ID will collect money and give it to the owner.
Okay. I want us to go to sound recording rights and music composition rights. Differentiate for us the two.
Sound recording, you know, as I defined copyright, I said it's an idea, but then I had to add idea put down, like say if it's a song, you must record it, it must be recorded somewhere. Now who the author is the person that records that song. In our context, the music producer. The composer is you who sat down, thought about your lyrics, added melodies to them and came up with something. So when you ask sound recording rights and composition rights, recording rights are enjoyed by producers and all those people that help in the production. Then composition is you, if you're an artist and you write your own songs, you're the composer. So you enjoy those rights. But you all are entitled to something in the copyright of the song you're recording.
So complaints za Shina Sky ziri muno mwenyini.
Yeah. So that aspect, and that's why with Yuga Tunes, even as we are championing, copyright and we are championing end to piracy, we're having all, and this we are doing it as a service. We're the only distributor that is giving publishing. I mean, somewhere you can walk. BMI I mean here in Uganda. Fabali chikolanti. Ngabwa yogedde author, omuwandiisi, then the composer omunanga, for Twitter producer. Nti you also have bwe bajje wanne simu oba wandre oba wa secret. Ne bakuwa emitwalo 8 oba toweddeeyo. They are paying for studio time.
Exactly.
Oba toweddeeyo.
That is just paying for
that's
the
studio time. Era
and which are abagamba bamunenga tebakitegera.
Yeah, oba taweddeeyo eba studio time. Kubanga can you put a price on someone's creativity? You cannot.
Of course no.
You can, for instance, Mass's skill in DJing. Of course, he's a secondary creative because there's someone who has used the music, but he also has a certain intellectual property on how he's mixing the music. How much can you put to that?
You may not.
You cannot. So what you're doing is you're just paying for the time. So it's the same thing with publishing.
Studio time.
Yes.
So just a bit, because there was a time I was talking to DeAndre and he was telling me stuff. So among the two, this one who's singing on the mic and also the producer, who's the owner of the song?
So primarily, the person who owns the song is the person who created the song. Chovola musician, it's a creative who created the works. Chovola primarily, the owners of the music are writers and composers. Artists perform on what these guys have created.
So basically, this is not music for the artist.
No. Unless the work and
so you're just performing
on someone's
the producer's work.
Yes. Unless you've contributed to the writing. There are some people I know who
you're performing Andre's song. You're performing Sheena Skies' song. And why would Sheena Skies complain if she's the owner of the song?
The thing is, I would like to just put this in context. When you say producer, there's what they call neighboring rights. Neighboring is those people that add their intellect to your song. I wouldn't want to put it as though it's the producer's song entirely, because we need to approach this on a case-to-case basis. Some artists write their songs, some produce, and some. I know a few. For example, Kenneth Mugabe, he does it all. Now that one, no producer is going to come and start claiming his work. The only bit they can come and claim is, say, the recording, because you reduced it into, say, in another form that it can be used and stored. You get it? And the other thing I would like to clarify before we actually go ahead, when you do, just back to the sampling. Shadrach, Douglas, Mercy, when it comes to sampling, your views aren't exactly the same as this. Like, say, someone out in the club. Because when these things are put to court, Douglas, you're able to realize that in the song that played before we came back, there is a bit of some other song. Someone else would be able to notice that. And this has been put to test several times. The test will always be, what does the reasonable person out there on the street think? If they played them Ragadi's song and Mickey Wine's song, do they think it's a copy and paste?
But the reasonable person needs to have a musical ear.
Well, that
is street talk. The law talk is reasonable, random side.
A lawyer, an engineer out there in the club, and they listen and say, this sounds like this song.
But again,
because there are like very negligible elements about songs that you could listen to and let that pass. Ed Sheeran has been sued several times for that. These are what they call chord progressions in music. It's like the basis in which your melody goes, or maybe rhythms, beats. That can't be someone's basis to come and sue, say, another artist for using the same beat, same BPM and such. You get it? So you, as not, I wouldn't call you reasonable people. You're like
we're industry professionals.
Yes, I get one. Senior.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's maybe Gatuna Vakuchashina. About the writers of Water, I think there were two. Water by Tyler have come out to sue.
Yes.
They've come out to sue because they're thinking. You're not crediting us, and this is a song that has billions of streams, and I can tell you for a fact that song
has bigger words.
Yeah, has bigger words. But even monetarily, that song Ololimbarwa Water could have made close to $50 million. It
would have changed their lives also
from streaming.
Yeah.
Like, these people
was it an oversight or why it's the challenge that we have here?
Vibe. In the heat of the moment, you do something.
Remember, Tyler wasn't signed to Sony then. She wasn't signed to Sony then, so she was
random artist, a young girl.
South Africa, Navantu, then the song blows, and guess what? Sony pens her down. Now, when Sony pens, they pen everything you have heard even before. Now, for them, they know how to market. They put $1 million in marketing into that. So now, totu nyumiza smanya olina lina yebichi fetwa kutademu da $1 million we need to recoup.
Okay. Let's go back to sampling because I know every artist is interested in how do I cover my tracks. Mombi. We've seen international artists Burna Boy and Tony Braxton case study. Last sampled a bit of the other songs, but he did it the right way. What is the ideal process? A Kabako, a Mickey Wine, a Fake Fameka, a Fefe Busi can go through in basic terms to make sure at least nkole ndagano nge yettaka nze Fefe Busi zikiriza oluyimba rondo jemuko guitar rhythm nditeke muno. Can that pass or there is a particular process flow that I need to follow?
Well, let me just bring it home. You mentioned Burna Boy and Tony Braxton. I'll use Navio and Eli Wamala. I don't know if we all know that song, Hamadi.
Yes.
There is bits of Eli Wamala's song in Navio's song. What happens? Eli Wamala, God rest his soul, he's deceased. So who do you approach in such scenarios?
The daughters, the
estate.
children.
His estate.
The administrator of his estate. Sit down with them, draft agreements. Back to my first point, have a lawyer. By speed. Agreements like, say, I'm going to use this much about the song. I'll say I'm allowed to benefit from it. I'm allowed to perform it. Like all those things. I can't like list all them down here, but that's like the basis.
Council,
sit down.
Certain families of such very big deceased people are very divided. So you go to the elder son, Nagamba, it's okay. Ha! The younger son who is in USA or Europe is like, what? You gave our song to Navio, Nevaja.
Yeah, but I mentioned.
So how do you cover yourself to make sure, okay, much as the elder son permitted me, or you are not the younger son,
safe?
I'll be safe.
Look,
that's what the artist needs to find out.
When someone dies, there's what they leave behind is their estate. And an administrator is appointed to manage their estate.
Estate tekitegeza fence covering nyumba.
Estate yemotoka
And we are talking to artists, so njagala tubeera very busy. So estate tekitegeza fence covering nyumba, kitegeeza property ebyobugagga omugenzi byalese.
Exactly.
Yes.
Kati someone is appointed to administer that estate as the administrator. Now that person has,
here.
It could be them or someone else.
Muganda gwe baita omusika.
No, omusika ye
wanjawulo ne administrator.
Why imagine omuntu alese omwana nga wa myaka 5 ga musika ogenda tesa na ekichi, they can't consent to your agreement because they are minors. You get it? So someone is appointed, the administrator, to manage that estate. Or you go by no kunonya.
Sorry to take you into that other legal.
As the family batuula ne batesa ne tugaa tulonzo ono. Okay, the family appoints, but what gives it legal force is the Administrator General's office. Kwamba ino be registering eri yona. Kati wova onomala okumanya nti estate ya Eli Wamala, look for the administrator, but well organized.
So also that goes to the people that buy land from the family.
Exactly, same logic.
Now this goes out to families that have like big creatives that have passed on. Some of these processes muino zikola to the later ne muba n'omuntu aba representing anga family, and that's why when you see the late Michael Jackson, those big top celebrities wafa, not everybody is talking on behalf of the family. Waberayo omuntu ogo, that is the voice for that family. So I think we need to copy that and emulate it one.
Yeah, and just a little more. Yeah. That was family. Say Eli Wamala owns all his songs. There is scenarios where the record label owns those songs. In this, in such cases, you reach out to the record label, not the family. Because the late had an agreement with the record label that the label owns the song. It's their work. So you should just do your due diligence properly before you go into such.
I'm going to take you to another deeper debate, although, okay, we'll use a minute. The Reddy and Weasel case study.
Yeah.
The Reddy and Weasel case study.
That's a crazy one.
Well, what time I think Katende was managing the estate. And I think there was a big show that was supposed to have happened. I think it was a tribute to radio.
Yeah.
Nenga proceeds will be shared between Weasel and the family. Twali tuliawo nga tanse no jiranga. Before even I came to NBS. Never issuing that thing that's injunction that this is not supposed to happen. So my issue is Weasel was a partner too.
Yeah, and it was Weasel to perform.
And Weasel is alive. Why can't he perform Reddy and Weasel and also do a show as a tribute to radio?
Well, legally,
council.
Okay.
What can you get there? Which I feel should be corrected.
Yeah.
Weasel was physically performing, but radio's music was performing on that show.
What's that?
So,
radio music was being performed.
Yeah, on that show. So, radio is actually performing.
Wadenga tulaba
Weasel. So it's not Weasel alone performing. That's why a song, you perform, even a song is performs on YouTube. On YouTube, it's not just streaming.
Because you play it back.
Yeah, the song is performing on YouTube as a platform. So the artist is actually performing through the music on YouTube as a platform.
So because we have artists that are singing as duos, trios, Omuwafa of the three or the two, what happens?
Douglas, you realize whatever we are talking about now goes back to the damage control thing. Have your things set out from the get-go. Radio and Weasel registering the brand Radio and Weasel.
Good Life.
Make it clear that behind Good Life there is two individuals. Down on paper it will be that this person has 50, this person has 50, or maybe they have 30, the manager has the 40. Without that is where the disagreements come after, because we don't know how to go about it. Radio's family will feel cheated. They'll say that, okay, Radio maybe even wrote the songs. You're performing maybe father's songs, brother's songs, but you're not benefiting from it. But in the presence of the other agreement I mentioned, while registering your entity as artists, if it's somewhere there that in this company this person holds this much shares, there won't be any need for...
So do the wives, the girlfriends, the children have a right to come and never stopping because you didn't consult them over, especially if there is no that administrator or estate manager in those scenarios, because there's so many families like that. So Oriach navigating that.
So I'll use when you say wife, I want to believe you mean legally recognized wife.
Lawyer. Wife gwetumanyi mu public after 5 of who is Shadrach's wife nga tomumanyi. Oba nelo
gogamba gwe yazalamu abaana kyotegeeza.
Okay, mama w'abaana.
Mama w'abaana. Tebawasa.
People, yes. In say if it's a two people duo, like if it's a duo, two people.
Yes.
And we believe this person has 50, the other has 50. If the deceased left one wife and their kids, they're entitled to 50% of what he owned the other side. So I wouldn't say they have no stake in it. So in such scenarios, as the manager of that person's estate, you're tasked to reach out to two people. Now that means this person's wife, or maybe their family, then the other living person's managers or whoever.
Okay, sorry to have taken you that far. Netukomeo wano wetwabadde ku music sampling. I think let's go to Gravity Omutujuza Edobozi and Bobby Wine's Chiwanyi. What happened there?
Unfortunately or fortunately, that didn't go to court. It was solved actually, like not amicably, but YouTube did what it had to do. It took down the song. I believe there's a bit of dispute, but then being that it didn't go to court, we can't like say this happened or the other happened.
Yes.
Because like I mentioned once, YouTube or Spotify notices that there's very likely similarities in someone's song. They won't allow you put it there, so they're going to take it down automatically. So I believe that was the case.
All right, if you've just joined the show, you're wondering what topic we are discussing in the building. We do have a council, we do have Shadrach. We are about a big issue. It is copyright. Copyright is so far and wide, but we're trying to narrow it down to just simple things of music sampling. Choinzo kugamba okubba oluyimba or roza or lukopa in basic translation, yeah, and just trying to understand chichokola ne bagamba obye, chichokola ne bagamba what sampling is. Sampling is like legal, it's supposed to be legal. Chituufu osobola okuddamu oluyimba lw'omuntu, it's not a crime. Ne waliwo processes zotalina kubuuka, and I think that's what has been causing us a lot of challenges. Artists skip some of these processes, ate ne ending up mu kooti, chi. Maybe when we return, clearly, council tujjamuwamu time atuwulire otandika bwoti, nodda ku bwoti, nga mu class wekibeera. I think basically I will give him time to do that in the break. So let's run a break and return, and the discussion still continues. NBS After 5.